I've always said, and I always will say, everything happens for me and not to me. And if my parents had supported me, I don't think I ever would have created the career I have in the way that I did. I think I would have been fine, but I don't think it would have been at the level that it is. And, you know, if my parents had supported me and been there for me during this time and not ostracized me, I would have gotten out of an abusive relationship. But I would have never had my son. So it's like my business and my son, I have really my parents and Lance to thank for, and my hard work ethic and my great creativeness. But, you know, those situations that I thought were hindering me actually gave me two of the biggest blessings that I could ever ask God for. And it made me a lot stronger. And so when people are like, well, why? You know, it's hard. When I was 19 and, you know, I didn't have any friends at the time. He isolated me from really everyone I was friends with, would show up at places I was at. I mean, anyone in our hometown that was around me at that time knows, like, he had kicked friends out of my room, barged into our front door, like crazy stuff. And then that kind of, and I'm not even gonna get into the worst of it, but you can use your imagination. I just threw myself into work because if I was at work, I was away from my parents telling me I was a piece of shit, and I was away from a man that was abusive to me. And so when people, you know, I love how I played it up as like, I'm just this like super, it's gonna make me cry. And I believed that. It's not like I was lying. Like, I told myself that's why I was doing that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But it was really because I didn't want to admit what I was going through, and I didn't want to be a victim, and I didn't want to be weak because I had already done so much for myself in life.
Yeah.
To get out of that victim, you know, like wilderness, depression, anxiety. Like, I had to save my life so many times. And so I threw myself into work because everything I put into that, I got a positive outcome. And that's why I took things so personally when people would copy me, or because that's all I fucking had. I didn't have friends at the time because, again, I was isolated from them. I didn't have my family. What I put into that, like, I got like a weird parasocial validation and love from working on my Instagram and my career.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I really put that relationship on a shelf. Like, I knew I was never going to marry him. It was just like easier to stay because I had broken up many times and made things worse when you do that. If you know, you know. And so I just shut up and saw him when I could and ended up pregnant. And then I lost it. Like, finding out I was pregnant was probably the hardest thing that has ever happened to me, which is crazy because it ended up being the best.
Mm-hmm.
But finding out you're pregnant with someone that you know you don't want to spend the rest of your life with.
Also at like such a pivotal time in your career, like it was. And
I was not ready to have kids yet, at all. And, you know, once you're pregnant, it's like you're either pregnant or a mom. You never can go back. Like, your life from the moment you read that test that says pregnant, your life will never be the same, in a good and bad way, you know, or not bad way, but it's just different, you know, like, you're never, like, everything before that, you'll never go back to that. You're either pregnant or a mother, and that's it. So that responsibility in that moment when I was not even expecting it, and this is gonna make me cry, but it felt like it took away something that was supposed to be so exciting and special for me, that I had so much guilt because, like, I wasn't happy at all. I was terrified. I knew I was going to have him no matter what. I know it was a him, but I knew I was going to have this baby. It's just like I literally thought I had leukemia. Like, I told people I literally was going to get tested because I think I was dying. I thought I was dying. I was like, there's no way I'm pregnant. I barely see him. I'm on birth control. By the way, I've said this a million times, but
in case you missed
it, if you're on antibiotics, it makes your birth control defective, so you can get pregnant. Thank God for that, though. I'm glad I didn't know because I have my baby, but that was really hard, and I put off getting married for a really long time and felt very pressured into it because I thought Cyrus was going to go. I was working so hard that time, too, because I was the only provider,
mm-hmm.
and I wasn't doing e-commerce then. Like, at all. Like maybe 2 orders a week,
Yeah.
like if that. Like everything I was making was from me physically working on clients.
And you were about to go out for like 6 weeks.
And I was like, how am I going to pay my team?
Yeah.
How am I going to afford my new home that I just fucking bought? How am I going to, like, my clients, what are they going to do? Are they going to find someone else? That's 2 months of them not getting treated. I was really overwhelmed. And so I was busting my ass that entire pregnancy, and just kind of putting this off, staying away from home as much as possible. And then, he had told me that, like, if I died during childbirth, my son would go into the system and it could take up to 9 months to claim paternity, and like that he couldn't make any decisions for me. And like, again, my relationship with my parents was still kind of rocky at this time. And so I kind of just accepted my fate and was like, you know what? You can't have everything in life, at least you can travel to where you want to and buy yourself what you want, and you have financial freedom and you have a house. Like, what 23-year-old owns a home by themselves without another person helping them?
Yeah.
So I would look at my accomplishments and say, like, my cup is full, and, maybe in the next life I'll be in love and have love and learn what healthy love is. And I just thought I was selfish. Like, who the fuck am I to want it all? And
I mean, it's especially hard when the person you're with like beats the message into you that
I don't deserve happiness.
Well, like the point of life. I remember when you told me that.
He said it to me every day. He was like, life isn't supposed to be happy.
Like, people aren't happy.
People
like,
aren't happy. Like, get over it.
Like, yeah, like life isn't about being happy. And when you told me that, you almost like believed it.
No, I did.
I was so pissed when Savanna would tell me this. She'd be like, well, like,
because I would tell him, like, I'd start crying. I'd be like, I'm not happy. Like, I'm miserable. Like, I'm so, this would make me cry because it just brings back a lot. I'd be like, I'm just so miserable. Like, I don't want to be married to you. I don't want to be with you. Like, I'm not happy. I don't love you. I'm not in love with you. Like, I love that you're the father of our child, but that's like about it. That's as far as that fucking goes. Like, and he didn't care. He was like, that sucks. Get over it. We're married. You took a vow, and I'm not leaving, and I'm not going to like agree to a divorce ever. So you're stuck with me. So you better figure out how to get through it.
Because I would say this all like to me, the turning point in all of this was Italy. Like, at that end of that trip, I feel like you had an eye-opening moment. And like, since then.
Yeah. I mean, that everyone was like talking so much shit, and they're like, why is Tyler there? And it's because I wouldn't have enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And people always like, well, they're like a throuple. They're always together. It's because Tyler was my safe person.
We're the couple.
Yeah.
There's no throuple.
Yeah, but you were I would not have survived that season of my life without you.
Love you.
You know that. Like, there's no way. You were like the only thing that like kept me sane and were like a safe space. Like, and I knew it started being a problem when like something bad would happen or something good would happen to me, and you were the first person I called.
Yeah.
I never called him. And it just is so hard to talk about because nobody knew. Like, no, I didn't talk to really anyone about what I was going through. Like, some clients I trauma dumped on for sure. Some as in a lot.
Yeah.
But there were safe spaces.
Yeah, but not to the full extent either.
No, I wouldn't tell him everything.
Just that, like, you didn't like him.
No, like, it made me emotional because it's just like, you were so pivotal, but also, again, like, I was so fucking sad when you moved to Dallas, and it was all selfish because I was like, I'm going to be alone with him now again, know, because like for the longest time, like, I would go to work and come home and you'd be at my house, so like I came home and you were there, and it was like, he would still do a lot of shit in front of you. Like, not in the beginning. I feel like in the beginning it was a lot safer, and then you were around enough to where he was like, I don't give a fuck if you're here. Like, I'm still going to act the way I'm going to act.
And that's when I was like, I can't be around here.
Coming over.
Yeah, I was like, I can't be here anymore.
And so then it isolated me away from Tyler.
Yeah.
And it put a really big strain on our relationship because then like Tyler would have something to say about what he was doing, and then he would just treat Tyler like absolute shit. And again, like, what am I gonna fucking do about it? So I'd be like, just ignore him, like, you know, or I'd be like, Lance, like, get out of the room or whatever, but like he wouldn't. And it would just make like, it's just uncomfortable. Like, it would make Tyler really uncomfortable. And so he stopped coming over.
Mm-hmm.
And then at that point, he ended up moving to Dallas. And then it was never that, like, and it was like, I was like happy for you because I knew you needed it. And that's why it was so hard. Because remember, I like sat in the car crying and it was like, I feel so bad because I'm so happy for you. And I know this is what you need. Like, as someone that loves you, like, but selfishly, like, I don't want to be alone.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have anybody else. I don't feel safe, like, not having you so close to me and, like, there with me. Like, I was so scared. And honestly, it was the best thing to happen to me because then I got out of it so much faster because I saw how much worse it got without you there.
Yeah. We're on the other side now.
Yeah.
That's what's important. I mean, like, I think this year for both you and me, professionally and personally, like, has been setting up success for years to come, for like our happiness and for professional success. It was a year of hell, but I don't have any regrets. Do you?
No. Again, like, if I had left when I did, I would have never had my son or my business.
Yeah. No, exactly.
I think, you know, there's a bigger purpose. Like, I've always kind of thought about my platform and, like, yeah, I love skincare and I'm great at what I do. But I've gone through so much in 28 years. Make me cry. And yeah, I just feel like there's like a deeper meaning to like everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just really excited to find who Savanna Boda is outside of work and outside of being in a controlling relationship. And it's funny because it's like, I guess I want you to explain this dynamic because, like, was I the kindest human to this man? No. But it became to the point where I was begging for us to separate. I was begging for him to leave. I was begging to get divorced, and he wouldn't have it. So I was like, what can I do besides, like, physically attack him or cheat on him to get him to leave? I was like, I'll just be a cunt. Like, I will just be a raging cunt. Like, I will just be mean. And that didn't work.
No, it didn't. Yeah, I mean...
But there was a lot of it that was warranted because, like, this man did nothing. Like, that's the thing is, like, everything was so... He pretended to be this person that took care of our home and did all this stuff and was, like, super supportive of me. And he was the furthest. Like, he never told me he was proud of me. He never was supportive. I came home crying and stressed. Like, he didn't care if I was getting bullied on social media. Remember when I defended myself and I was like, I literally, like, my parents didn't fucking fund me. Like, the only thing my parents ever did that was kind for me was allow me to do lash extensions and, like, fucking jelly mask in my playroom, my childhood playroom for like a month and a half so I could get extra money to pay rent for my salon suite.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like flipped out. Remember, were you home when that happened? He started yelling at me and he was like, why the fuck would you say this? You're going to ruin our lives. Like, you're going to get sued. Like, you're going to lose your license. Like, you're an idiot. Like, you're so fucking dumb. Why would you post that?
Yeah, you're like, this was 10 years ago.
Like this, like literally 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And no one gives a fuck that I did
And like
that.
you were doing a jelly mask on people. Like it's not even like you were like doing, like you weren't like doing
but that's like the kind of stuff. Like he literally would
basement.
lose his fucking shit on me. And it's like, but when cameras were rolling, he was nice, but I can't fake things. So like I obviously had a lot of resentment and like.
Yeah.
On top of never liking him, I had resentment.
Or you would get like a mean DM and he would be like, we need to sell the house. Like we're done for. Like, like just like the most outlandish, dramatic.
Like just never.
It was just really, it was just like you were surrounded.
Negativity. And like he was a dark cloud over me and like questioned my potential, made me dream small, like fucked me in the ass for our new home. budget cut so much stuff that now I'm paying everything out of pocket in cash.
Yeah. It's that is the part I think that made me the most upset is like, because,
I remember when he just bought a truck without asking. That was my favorite.
Oh my gosh.
When we remember we pulled up?
Well,
we were like, whose fucking truck is this?
I remember like you told him he could look for something because like Cyrus had just been born, not just been born, but like he had been born, and Savanna was like, oh, I want like you to have a better car because you're going to be driving our son around in. And then like he would like send us links to trucks, but we were like busy. I don't remember what happened at the time, but I remember one time, and then we just came home one day and there was just a brand new truck on the thing. And yeah, there's just a lot of
stuff also, like if you think this is bad, like think 3,000 times worse, and that's what happened to me.
And just like finding out things that were
there's so much that's come out too since the divorce that like is baffling.
Just
and
things that were put in his name, and it's like, why was anything put in his name?
Get a prenup, even if you think that you're in love. I wasn't. But even if you think you're in love, like, that's fine. Just get one. If you don't need it, you don't need it. But if you do, then you do. Anyone, like, I just think I had one. Thank fucking God. But I ended up still paying a ton because I wanted the custody that I wanted.
Even if you're a single woman, you need to see an estate planner. You should have a personal trust. That's the best way to protect your assets. Is like, you don't have to be married. You don't have to, like, have a bajillion dollars to have a trust. It's just an entity that will protect you and like easily have a home base for your assets and one thing that you will be protected by. And that's my advice to all you single ladies out there is don't let a man fuck you.
Yeah.
Unless you want it.
Yeah, and I think that's why, like, I get it was, like, confusing and, like, our relationship dynamic probably looked, like, a little unhealthy because, like, why is she never with her husband? Like, why is Tyler all around? And, like, I think if people, which a lot of followers read through the lines, especially more recently, like, if you kind of look back at stuff and read between the lines, a lot of it makes sense. And, like, there were a lot of signs.
Yeah, absolutely.
Of what I was going through and why Tyler was so active in my life and why I had Tyler around so much. Again, I obviously I love Tyler, but like it's not normal if you love in a good, healthy, safe relationship, you're with your partner and have alone time. Like I couldn't do that.
And I think it's like funny, like looking back on it, it's like I feel like he enjoyed my presence because it made you kinder and like less resentful towards him because you were just with me. So like you had less to be pissed about until I started to develop opinions around your happiness and what you should be doing. You know what I mean? Like until I started basically telling you that like
you have Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah, like you should
get the fuck out.
Yeah. And the second that happened is when things got uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, and then people are like, well, why is Tyler at this work thing with her? And like, da-da-da-da-da. Because Lance would literally tear me down and embarrass me in front of companies, in front of anyone I was speaking for. Like, he would always make an ass of himself. Like, I could not take him in public. Like, he would do stuff like in the clinic, like with clients there, like just no respect for me or my business and what I was doing. Like, he would cause a scene, be disruptive, try to embarrass me, try to check me in front of people to assert dominance and power over me, like just weird fucking shit all the time to where like it sucked. And I remember crying and I was like, I can't even fucking bring you to like a dinner with a huge company. Like, that's embarrassing. I can't even like bring you to an award ceremony for me to win an award because I don't trust that you're going to behave like you're going to like a child. Like, you're literally going to do some crazy fucking shit, say something, try to fight somebody, try to like argue with someone, try to cause a huge fucking blowout shit, like for no fucking reason. Like, I can't have you there.
Yeah, it was always over the like the littlest things too. Like, you'd be like, I have been in my salon suite for 6 years, and he'd be like,
it's actually been
like 5 and a half.
5 months. No, it's been like 5 months and 10 days.
Yeah, or 6 months. Yeah, 5 months and 10 days. Like, it was like little stuff like that always, but it was like,
but not even that. Like, do you remember when like someone like asked him, they were like, oh, like, where did you work? And like he said where he worked, and they're like, oh, like I would have thought you were like at one of the big four. Have you like thought about doing that? And Lance like lost his shit. And it's like, even if someone's being an asshole to you and trying to like big dick you like another man, like if you're at your wife's like work event,
Yeah.
like fucking behave.
Yeah.
Time and place, dude.
Take it on the cheek.
Time and place.
Yeah.
But like that's like only the things that we can say, because there is a lot. And again, maybe one day it'll be shared, but like today's not that fucking day. And it's really emotional and it makes me really sad, and I don't want to talk too much about it. Like,
yeah,
it just sucks. Like, it really does. And like, I get it's confusing because like everyone's confused about the podcast we did. And like, I was just so happy to be free. And like, it was at that point where like, okay, again, a lot of this shit, I suppressed so much of it and put it on a shelf so that I could survive. And until you've gone through an abusive relationship, or until you've had to survive, you know, like, you don't realize how much you compartmentalize and how much you project.
Yeah.
You know, I am a strong woman, but I definitely portrayed myself a lot stronger than I was, because that's how I felt like I still had power and control when I was completely not in power or control. He financially had control of everything. I felt like I couldn't leave, even though I was making the money. I had no idea
where any of the money was,
what he was doing with the money. I had no fucking clue. And that's some fun things I found out post-divorce.
Yeah.
So it's funny because you're like, oh, like, she probably financially abused him. And I was like, yeah, I was making the money, but he actually was the one like doing that.
Yeah.
Not me. Like, and that's one of the ways he kept me to stay. He's like, you don't know how to do any of this. And I didn't. And honestly, if it wasn't for Tyler, like, and I had a really fucking good attorney that was able to sort things out. But like today, like, we literally just found another thing that like he put and switched from my name to his name, that we didn't even know. And thank God we caught it from like an email. So
yeah,
it's just wild. You really can't trust anyone ever. And yeah, I mean, if you know how a person is, like, it doesn't matter if you get pregnant by them or not, like, don't fucking stay. It's like the lesson I learned, but again, I was so young and I thought it was like the best thing to do, and I thought it would just was the best thing to do. But I've learned a lot through everything, and yeah, I feel healed from it.
We're getting there.
We're getting there. I think it's just like as more time goes by and my nervous system starts to regulate, and like I finally don't feel so anxious and so like on edge.
Yeah.
I don't know, like it's hard. Like nights are hard sometimes because I'll just like everything that I went through will come out, and like I'm really glad I'm really busy right now with this ball and stuff, because like if I wasn't, I think I'd be like
in a white padded room.
Well, I think I'd just like feel a lot more, and like I feel like there's a lot of like regret, of course, like even though like I try to say everything happens for me, not to me, and I do believe that, but like I'm also human, and I just wish that I never got married.
Yeah.
You know, but then again, I was like, who the fuck's gonna want a woman who had a baby out of wedlock? You know, like I just also worried about that, or if I wouldn't find anyone, and like that was as good as it was gonna get, and that's like was it, you know, because I've always like had issues with feeling worthy of like love. And it's funny because like I'm very confident when it comes to my work, and I'm very confident when it comes to like my career.
Yeah, but when there's a boy involved,
no, I think I'm like, yeah, really, I really need to work on that. So I was like, I felt like I deserved it, or like that was as good as it was gonna get, and that was life.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all I have to say this Monday.
It took a turn. I was just expecting us to come and complain about how hard moving is.
How hard life is.
Yeah. But
yeah,
you know, you wouldn't be as successful as you are if you didn't go through shit.
Yeah.
It's made you who you are.
Yeah, and it's just, it sucks. Like, I knew with getting divorced, like, people were gonna have their opinions about what happened, but, you know, they don't know.
Yeah.
They weren't there. He was, but
Yeah, I absolutely was.
and my team was, and they saw shit too.
Yeah, I just think, you know, don't make assumptions based on what you see through. Like, that's like the craziest thing to me is that people will make assumptions or cast judgment on like past content of yours as if like the biggest thing is like social media is not a look into someone's real life. Like, everyone knows that, but you know, people will have their opinions and they will be wrong. That's life.
I know. I mean, it's so much more fun to paint me like the evil bitch, but that's just not the truth. And I'll always admit my part in it. Like, was I the kindest, most loving wife? No, I did not love him.
Yeah.
And I wanted a divorce.
Like,
and I
let's
thought
start
being
there.
a cunt would make him want to leave, but he didn't.
Yeah.
So, you know, at least I didn't cheat on him. At least I didn't fucking hit him. Like, I could have done a lot worse. I just was not nice. Or if I didn't fuck him and I wasn't nice. That's the two things that I did that were evil. So, okay, I'm a bitch, whatever.
Yeah, but you still ordered that man Uber Eats every single night.
And bought him Hermes belts and shoes and took him on lavish trips and bought him a Rolex. Yeah, we know.
Yeah, you just weren't nice.
I just wasn't nice. I didn't want to be married to him. And like, he did so much shit to me and he did not pull his fucking weight at home. Ever. Like, and he didn't take care of my son well. Like, honestly, I would have stayed, even if I wasn't in love, I would have stayed if he could have not even, I don't even give a fuck if he did anything at the house. If he was a good stay-at-home parent who was active in Cyrus's life and didn't do the bare minimum, because being a good parent isn't just making sure your child is clothed, fed, and at the location they're supposed to be. It is so much fucking more than that, and he could not provide that for our son. And my son was suffering because of it. So that's that on that. And then on top of that, the man didn't know how to go to the grocery store or cook or sweep or clean a litter box unless I told him to do it. Because he clearly doesn't have nostrils and can't smell that our house smells like fucking pneumonia.
Ammonia.
Well, anyway, that's like a whole different story. And I like, that doesn't make me cry. That makes me want to punch a hole in the wall because this man had it made. All he had to do was be a decent house husband and a good dad. Not even a great dad, but just a good dad. Or like a decent father. But he couldn't do that. And so, like, what am I getting out of this? I'm not getting, he doesn't provide for me financially. He doesn't emotionally support me. My child is getting the bare fucking minimum treatment. My home's a disaster. My dogs aren't walked. He's forgotten to give my cats flea and tick medication for fucking 3 years, I found out. Do you know when we were cleaning up my house?
Yeah, you found
I found it from 2021.
Yeah.
And I called him and I was like, when's the last time you gave the cats like their dewormer? Oh, I told him, I was like, and people think I'm like mean because I like gave him list or babied him, but he wouldn't do it. He begged for list because he could not do it if I didn't tell him what to do. And even with that, he couldn't do it.
Yeah.
He was like, oh yeah, you told me to like, I think you told me to put like it in the calendar like every 3.5 months, but like it didn't. And so they just have never gotten it.
Thank God they're okay.
Thank God they're okay. I gotta go.
Yeah.
I'm over this.
Yeah. Love you guys.
Love you.
Have a wonderful rest of your week.